highest OPS against since 1920, 585. So all of those are Hall of Fame numbers. 3 times Clayton Kershaw's won the Cy Young. He's gotten close to winning it 7 times. 2 down, 2 on, 1-0 Cleveland. Here's Jhonkensy Noel. The pitch, and it's inside a ball. He finished second in third once, fifth once, and won it 3 times. Now the 1-0 to Jhonkensy, and it's in there, 1-1. 5 times he's won the earned run average crown, and he was the National League's MVP in 2014. I mean, that resume is second to none. Now the 1-1 to Noel. Curveball in, 2-1. Throw strikes. He's made 25 pitches this inning, only 10 strikes. So now what you've got to do is make sure if you're Jhonkensy Noel, you swing at a strike. The 2-1 pitch. Swung on, line shot to center right at Edman. Well, that big throw out at second by Pages in left may have saved Clayton Kershaw. 1-0 Guardians after 1 on the Cleveland Clinic Radio Network.
With a family that's always on the move, everyday stains don't stand a chance.
It's a great night for baseball.
This matchup features some of the best talent in the game. A lot of power, a lot of marquee names.
Here we go. Buckle up, folks. There's a guy who wants to be in the spotlight. The bats have come alive.
A showstopper.
We're just playing Powerball.
This place doesn't know what hit him.
These teams are entertaining, are they not?
The show continues. Experience game-to-game coverage of the night's biggest moments, live and commercial-free. MLB Network Strike Zone, Wednesday and Friday nights all season.
Let's see if we can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. His 13th, and it's a 1-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something. These people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Right here on WTAM 1100.
Kobe Allard to Freddie Freeman, and it's a first pitch strike, 90-mile-an-hour fastball. 1-0 Cleveland, second inning. Freeman hitting cleanup, left on left. And the pitch. And it's a little bit high with the breaking ball, and the count 1-1. Freddie Freeman leading the National League in hitting at .356. Aaron Judge leads the American League in batting. The pitch, and it's at the knees. Freeman didn't like the call. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Well, he turned and gave Mike Estabrook a look that spoke 1,000 words. Now the windup and the 1-2. Swung on, foul back. We'll do it again. Freeman hitting .356. OPS of over 1,000. Second OPS in the National League. 9 homers, 14 doubles, 35 RBIs. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Got him with a fastball away. Kobe Allard getting this spot start as it's a bullpen game for Cleveland. Cleveland did not want to bring up anyone from Columbus and have to make more roster moves. They made 1 roster move overnight if you missed the manager's show. Andrew Walters now in the Cleveland bullpen. Nick Enright sent back to Columbus. Will Smith, the Dodger catcher, takes a strike. Andrew Walters would have made Cleveland's team in spring training, but he came up with a sore shoulder in spring training and healthy now and gives Cleveland a fresh arm in the bullpen. Now the 0-1, and it's wide, 1-1. Slade Ciccone had a bullpen outing today, and that will determine whether or not he can make the start Saturday against the Angels. Pitch inside, 2-1. Slade Ciccone was supposed to start today. He has made 2 terrific starts for Cleveland, but then had some tightness in the groin area. Thus, he was scratched today, and this is why it's a bullpen game. Now the 2-1 pitch, swung on a little check swing floater into right, base hit. So an excuse me base hit the other way for Will Smith. But if all went well in the bullpen session, and if Slade Ciccone still feels good after the game today, chances are he will get the nod to pitch against the Angels on Saturday. And look for Luis Ortiz to pitch Friday night. Tomorrow is a much-needed day off. Here's Andy Pages, the right-handed hitting left fielder. The pitch to him, and he sends one on a line to center, but right at Martinez. And that's out number 2. And the thing you love about Kobe Allard, he obviously watched the first 2 games in which Cleveland just had a dickens of a time throwing strikes, and the walks just ended up killing Cleveland in the first 2 games of this series, as Cleveland pitching had walked 13 Dodgers in the first 2 games. He is just going right at the Dodgers, pounding the strike zone and getting quick outs. 1-0 Cleveland, runner at first, 2 down, second inning. And it's a good lesson for any pitcher to see a guy like Kobe Allard, who throws 90 miles an hour, pound the strike zone. That pitch up high, ball 1. The best pitch in baseball is still a well-placed fastball, whether it's 90 miles an hour or 97. Now the 1-0, and it's in there, a called strike on a changeup. Well, check out the adventurous new Toyota RAV4. It's at your Northern Ohio Toyota dealer. Best-selling SUV. For all Toyota offers, go to Toyota.com. Curveball is up, ball 2, 2-1. Outfield straight up, medium deep. The switch-hitting Tommy Edman, the center fielder today. He can play both on the dirt in the outfield. The pitch to him, and he pops one up, fouled, first base side, drifting towards the stand, Santana, and it's a couple of rows deep. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down, runner at first, 1-0 Cleveland on an overcast Wednesday afternoon off the lakefront. Dollar Bank, the proud banking partner of the Guardians, 28 locations in Northeast Ohio, ready to provide solutions to help get you there. Smith, not much of a base stealing threat, modest lead at first. The pitch. Edmonds sends one into that first base seating area once again, this time club seats, and the count remains 2-2. Boy, Kobe Allard's been a heck of a pickup by Cleveland. Signed him to a minor league deal right before spring training. Started the year in Columbus. The pitch swung on, fouled again, out of play to the right. And then since Cleveland brought him up, he has been stellar, usually in long relief. Came up April 26th. And now today getting this spot start. Now the 2-2 to Edman. Swing and a miss. Chase the high fastball. Now Kobe Allard has made 29 pitches through 2 scoreless innings. And Cleveland keeps its modest 1-0 lead.
At Bet365.
Every game night is a chance to go big with MLB Big Inning. Turn on baseball's only nightly show that brings you the biggest plays of the night, live and commercial-free.
Strikes him out.
No one stacks more clutch plays into one live show with up to 4 games on a single screen.
Out of here! He is on fire. It's a walk-off winner.
Change up game night with baseball's biggest game changer, MLB Big Inning, presented by Ram Trucks. Every night, all season long on MLB.tv.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
And Buck Sexton. News and politics and who knows. Noon to 3 tomorrow. WTAM 1100.
Bottom third of the order, 1-0 Cleveland. Clayton Kershaw to Will Wilson, who yanks one to left down the line. Fair ball! Kicks off the sidewall towards the wall. That'll enable Wilson to have Cleveland's third base hit, all down the left field line. And Will Wilson with his third double. He's starting at third today with Jose Ramirez DHing, and boy, Cleveland is jumping on Clayton Kershaw, pulling everything down into that left field corner. Here's Daniel Schneemann. Heard manager Stephen Vogt rave about Daniel Schneemann on the managerial show. How much better he is than a year ago. As he bunts one up in the air, foul to catcher Smith, makes a reach out grab going toward the backstop. I think Schneemann did that on his own. And he pops up on a bunt attempt and a foul out to the catcher. But Will Smith, pretty darn active catcher behind the plate, got a good read on it. But Daniel Schneemann, according to manager Stephen Vogt, is so much better this year in jumping on the fastball and now getting really adept but also hitting the off speed, and he just keeps getting better and better and better. Here's catcher Austin Hedges, the 9-hole hitter, batting 122. The pitch and a curveball dips low, ball one. Hedges, 3 homers this year, 3 RBIs, 3 solo shot homers. Those are his only extra base hits. 1-0 Cleveland, runner at second, 1 down. We're in the second inning, and the pitch swung on, sharply hit to short. Betts kind of bobbled it, recovered, and he throws out Hedges with Wilson staying put. 2 down. Well, if Cleveland can score 4 runs in any of the first 4 innings, Norma Sommerfeld of Fairview Park wins 4 Bridgestone tires thanks to Conrad's. You can enter at econrads.com. Good luck today to Norma Sommerfeld of Fairview Park. Kershaw's ready. The pitch, and Quan grounds one weakly to first. Freeman will make the play himself, and Kershaw gave up a leadoff double, but still made just 5 pitches in the inning. And it's 1-0 Cleveland, 2 in the books.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Every game night is a chance to go big with MLB Big Inning. Turn on baseball's only nightly show that brings you the biggest plays of the night, live and commercial-free.
Strikes him out.
No one stacks more clutch plays into one live show with up to 4 games on a single screen.
Out of here! He is on fire. It's a walk-off winner.
Change up game night with baseball's biggest game changer, MLB Big Inning, presented by Ram Trucks. Every night, all season long on MLB.tv.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score
the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Cleveland gets engaged.
Weather when you need it. Your severe weather station is WTAM 1100.
Jose Ramirez RBI single the difference. 1-0 Cleveland, third inning. The number 8 hitter, Kike Hernandez. Right-handed batting, third baseman. Kobe Allard with a curve in the dirt, ball 1. Allard has made 29 pitches in the first 2 innings, striking out 3. Stephen Vogt hopes to get 4, maybe 5 innings out of Allard. The 1-0, and it's a touch high, 2-0. Bullpen in pretty good shape, though. And you get a fresh arm in Andrew Walters. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss. And the count 2-1 on Hernandez, batting .226, 7 homers, 17 RBIs. Kobe Allard came out of high school, first-round pick by Atlanta 10 years ago. The pitch fouled at the plate, and the count 2-2. Well, the Guardians and Angels Friday night, first Sugardale Dollar Dog Night of the year, and free T-shirts and a big fireworks show. Tickets at CLEGuardians.com. The pitch fouled at the plate, fought off a changeup. That's a pretty good battle right there by Kike Hernandez. After all these juggernauts, the Angels come to town. They're right now 25-29. They've lost 4 in a row. Weekend series with the Angels. The 2-2 swung on, fouled into the seats behind the plate. We'll do it again at 2-2. Then it's back to big boy baseball, as Cleveland will be in New York for a 3-game series with the Yankees starting Tuesday night. Now the 2-2 swung on, lifted in the air, fairly deep center, drifting back on Hill Martinez to retire Kike Hernandez. Here's Miguel Rojas. After that Yankee series, and Cleveland's back home with Houston coming to town, followed by the Reds. As the month of June gets underway, Miguel Rojas, the number 9 hitter and second baseman, also a right-handed batter, hitting .247 with a homer, 5 RBIs. Allard kicks, fires, and pounds the strike zone again. My goodness. He has made 37 pitches, 26 strikes, 11 balls. That's why Kobe Allard's effective. The next pitch, down and in. 1 ball, 1 strike. Another guy that shows if you work the ball around the strike zone but stay in the strike zone, you can be effective no matter what the velo is. Through that, curveball in the dirt, ball 2, 2-1.
And Tommy said he got in trouble last year, spent a lot of it in the minor leagues, chasing velocity at the expense of that good command, but he's back to what he does well.
Now the kick and delivery. Swung on, sky ball to center, not deep. Martinez coming in, and that is out number 2. Top of the order now, Shohei Ohtani. Struck out his first time up. Well, and again, you're looking at a guy now that is pounding the strike zone, not walking anybody. You just can't beat the Dodgers, as good as they are and as deep as their lineup is, if you keep putting people on. Last couple of nights, felt like this guy, Shohei Ohtani, batted every inning. 2 down, nobody on. 1-0 Cleveland. Ohtani struck out his first time up, fouls that one off, strike 1. Ohtani, the leader in home runs in baseball with 20. And he has set a new Los Angeles record and a Dodger record for home runs in the month of May. He fouls it at the plate, 0-2. Ohtani has 13 home runs in the month of May. Nobody in the history of the Dodgers has ever had a better May. The most home runs ever in a month by the Dodgers, the late, great Duke Snider had 15 one month. for the Brooklyn Dodgers. The 0-2 swung and banged to first, and it's foul. And the count stays at 0-2. The Dodgers and their great tradition down through the years, starting in Brooklyn. Now the wind and the 0-2. Swung on, broken batted roller up the middle to his right backhand. Schneemann throws across the body. Got him. Bat went as far as the baseball. And Kobe Allard dazzling through 3. 1-0 Cleveland on the Cleveland Clinic Radio Network.
Pat Moran here with Window World. You know, we're the family who not only stand behind our windows.
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. His 13th, and it's a one-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Your day in baseball starts with MLB Central.
Let's get it started.
Lead off your morning with in-depth breakdowns.
Perfect balance. What?
Boom. Interviews with the players.
Get back to the fastballs. I know what that passion feels like.
And a little bit.
Keeping.
You behave properly.
Hey.
Of everything else.
Come on, Marlins.
The window seats are. The baseball day begins with MLB Central. Weekdays at 10 a.m. Eastern. Only on MLB Network.
If you're not watching this show, you're the problem.
Owner having over $200,000 of home equity. Hit it out of the park with Union Home Mortgage, the official mortgage partner of the Cleveland Guardians.
Union Home Mortgage Corp is an equal housing opportunity lender. NMLS number 2229.
This is Bill Wills. Tomorrow morning at 8:45, Jim Rosenhaus looks ahead to the Angels, WTAM 1100.
Clayton Kershaw delivering to Angel Martinez, and it's a strike as we go to the bottom of the third. Cleveland with the lead, 1-0. Martinez doubled and scored the only run. Checks on a pitch down and in, and he didn't go. 1-1. Janet Tilley of Euclid, today's contestant in the Hyundai Grand Slam giveaway. Kershaw's pitch. Swung on, pulled foul, third base side, 1-2. Guardians get a grand slam here in the third. Janet Tilley of Euclid wins the Hyundai. Thanks to your Northern Ohio Hyundai dealers. You can visit HyundaiGrandSlam.com. Your chance to enter, maybe win. Kershaw's pitch. Up high, 2-2. Clayton Kershaw, 18 years now in the big leagues. And all with L.A. The pitch. And it's swung on a chopper to third, foul. He's a Dallas native. And one of his high school teammates on the football team when he was growing up in Dallas was Matthew Stafford. Needless to say, Stafford was the quarterback, not Clayton Kershaw. How about that high school senior class? Clayton Kershaw was the 7th pick in the entire draft, going to L.A. out of high school. And Matthew Stafford went on to a tremendous college football career at Georgia and now in the NFL, and probably a Hall of Famer himself with the Lions and Rams. Now the 2-2, swing and a miss. Struck him out on the splitter away. Kershaw's first strikeout, so he needs 28 more to get to 3,000. One down in the third. Jose Ramirez singled in a run. Was thrown out trying to go for 2. That gives him a 21-game hit streak. You look at Kershaw, and one of the guys you think of is Sandy Koufax. The wind and pitch, and it's low. Not that they're the same pitcher, not at all. But Sandy Koufax is the guy that everybody has been measured against when you talk about the Dodgers. The pitch, outside, 2-0. Koufax only played 12 years in the major leagues. He retired at the age of 30 because of the arthritic elbow. Now the 2-0 pitch, down low, 3-0. How about when Sandy Koufax retired at the age of 30? His last year was 1966. Sandy Koufax was 27-9 with a 1.73 ERA and retired. Ramirez on the 3-0, bangs one down the third baseline by the diving Hernandez. Kicks off the sidewall. This time he turns and holds at first with a long single. Boy, Pages now with his arms outstretched in left field as if to say, why didn't you try to go for two again? Pages can really throw, and Jose got thrown out going for two the last time. Didn't this time. He stayed after the big turn at first. Now Carlos Santana, switch hitter batting right-handed, walked his first time up. Now the set and the pitch, and it's fouled at the plate, strike one. You look at Sandy Koufax, his last 4 years in the major leagues. That's why he got into baseball's Hall of Fame. I mean, Sandy Koufax, in his last 4 years in the big leagues, won almost 100 games. Now the set and the 0-1. Swung on, drilled to short by the diving Betts. Kicks off his glove into left center. Ramirez hits second. He won't stop there. He's into third. Mookie Betts diving towards second at short as that ball was blistered and caromed off his glove into left center. And now Santana with an 8-game hit streak. And the Guardians have runners at first and third with one out. And the Guardians with a 1-0 lead, and Gabriel Arias, the batter, infield back, double play depth. Sandy Koufax won 97 games. 97 games his last 4 years in the big leagues. Almost 25 wins a year. The pitch waved at, strike one. His ERA in his last 4 years, 188, 174, 204, 173. Goodness. Now the set. Now the 0-1. Swung on a chopper up the middle. Betts gloves, runs to second. Steps, throws to first in the dirt. Great backhanded pick by Freeman. And it keeps the Guardians from adding to their lead. It's 1-0 Cleveland after 3 on the Cleveland Clinic Radio Network.
Whether you're shipping from Cleveland or through Cleveland, choose Global Transport, Northeast Ohio's preferred provider.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
It's a great night for baseball.
This matchup features some of the best talent in the game. A lot of power, a lot of marquee names.
Here we go. Buckle up, folks. There's a guy who wants to be in the spotlight. The bats have come alive.
A showstopper.
We're just playing Powerball.
This place doesn't know what hit him.
These teams are entertaining, are they not?
The show continues.
Experience game-to-game coverage of the night's biggest moments, live and commercial-free. MLB Network Strike Zone, Wednesday and Friday nights all season.
Let's see if we can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. His 13th, and it's a one-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Guardians with a 1-0 lead as we head to the fourth inning. Defensive change for Cleveland. Nolan Jones has checked into the game in left field, replacing Stephen Kwan. And we'll wait and see if we get any news on why, as Kwan has had to leave this game in favor of Jones. Mookie Betts leads it off. Colby Allard back to work, and his pitch is up high for ball one. Betts fly to right his first time up. Allard, the lefty, spot start today. The 1-0. Swung on, and there's a high fly ball to left. Jones tested quickly. He's under it, and he makes the catch. One down as Allard continues to get early count outs against this treacherous Dodgers lineup, which came in averaging 5.5 runs a game. They have been at or near the top of Major League Baseball all season. Teoscar Hernandez steps in. He flied to center his first time up. Right-handed hitter. The lefty Allard delivers, and his pitch is swung on and missed. 0-1 the count. Changeup. Allard mixing his pitches well here this afternoon, as he usually does in the time we've seen him. Here's the 0-1. Outside for a ball. 1-1 the count. Allard allowed only 3 earned runs in his first 18 innings of work heading into play today. Here's his 1-1 pitch. That's in there for a strike. He pitched well in spring training, was in camp on a minor league deal with that major league invite, and it looked like he might make the team at certain points in time. Here's the 1-2, down low, 2-2. Ultimately, he did not. Had an option to look elsewhere, but wanted to stay in the organization, so he started his season in Columbus. Here's the 2-2, swung on, and that's lifted high in the air to deep left. This one's ticketed for the bleachers, but instead it hits high off the 19-foot high wall. In play, on his way to second is Hernandez, and he's in with a stand-up double. So a one-out base runner in scoring position for the Dodgers. Teoscar Hernandez with his 14th double on the season. And that's the second hit for Los Angeles so far today. Here's Freddie Freeman. Freeman struck out his first time up. Guardians up 1-0. Top half of the fourth inning. Allard delivers, and Freeman rips it to first on a couple of hops to Santana, who digs it out, takes it to the bag in time for the out. Advancing to third is Hernandez, but now there's 2 down. And again, another early count out recorded by Allard, who is going right after these hitters, and they have put it in play early. His pitch total just 52 with 2 away in the fourth, as Will Smith steps in. Here's the pitch to him. Swung on, bounced foul outside of third base. Smith, right-handed hitting catcher, came in batting .333. Always known as a strong defensive catcher with some decent offensive numbers, but he's taken those up a level this season. Here's the 0-1. Outside, 1-1 the count. Light breeze today. At times it's blowing in from right center. A gray day here downtown. Here's the 1-1. In there for a strike. Boy, earlier in the week looked like rain might be a major issue for the ball game today, but it's actually a pretty pleasant afternoon here. We had 59 degrees at game time, so not bad. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Fastball just missed upstairs. 2-2 the count, with Teoscar Hernandez down at third base. 2 down. And Smith awaits the 2-2. Here it comes. Swung on, and there's a high fly ball right center. Hit well, and it gets past Martinez, splits the gap up against the fence. That'll tie the game. Smith is on his way to second. He's in with an RBI double. And the Dodgers have tied this ball game at 1. Martinez gave it a good run cutting across. but he just couldn't get there. Trying to close on it, and it just got past him and then rolled up against the fence as Smith drives in his 29th run on the season off of his 10th double. Now Andy Pages, the pitch from Allard. Pages takes strike one. Pages singled his first time up. Allard sets. Here's his pitch. Swung on, and that's looped to the right side. That's in for a base hit. Rounding third, heading for home is Smith. Noel comes up firing, but the throw is cut off in the middle of the diamond. And the RBI single for Andy Pages puts Los Angeles in front 2-1. Just a softly hit looping liner that made it into right field for an RBI base hit. And here comes Carl Willis, the Guardians pitching coach. And let's pause. 10-second station ID on the Cleveland Clinic Guardians Radio Network.
News, talk, sports. This is WTAM 1100, Cleveland, home of the Cavaliers and Guardians, an iHeart radio station.
Jim Rosenhaus along with Tom Hamilton back with you at Progressive Field, downtown Cleveland. Guardians trailing the Dodgers by a score of 2-1. Brian Motze up the street at Command Center on this Wednesday afternoon. Last game of 13 straight days on the schedule. Now, there was a rain date in there in Minneapolis last week, but it's been a lot of baseball last 2 weeks. Up to the plate, Tommy Edman, who swings and fouls it back for strike one. Edman struck out his first time up. Dodgers finally breaking through here in the top half of the fourth inning. Guardians have action going in their bullpen. Cade Smith has started to throw here in the fourth. Stephen Vogt not wanting this one to get away, as the next pitch to Edman is on the inside corner for a strike. 4 innings was probably near the top end anyway for Allard today, and he's trying to make it that far with 2 outs, a couple of runs in. Here's his 0-2. Swung on, and that's popped up high in the air to right center. Cutting across is Noel, and John Kenzie Noel makes the catch to retire the side, but the Dodgers score 2 to take the lead. It's 2-1 LA over the Guardians after 3.5.
Your day in baseball starts with MLB Central.
Let's get it started.
Lead off your morning with in-depth breakdowns.
Perfect balance. What?
Boom. Interviews with the players.
Get back to the fastballs. I know what that passion feels like.
And a little bit.
Keeping.
You behave properly.
Hey.
Of everything else.
Come on, Marlins.
The window seats are.
The baseball day begins with MLB Central. Weekdays at 10 a.m. Eastern. Only on MLB Network.
If you're not watching this show, you're the problem.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Let's see if we can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. His 13th, and it's a 1-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
.com. Hey, it's Bloom Daddy. We'll talk after the game. The Bloom Daddy Show till 7 right here on WTAM 1100.
John Kenzie Noel leads it off for the Guardians. Bottom of the fourth. Cleveland trailing for the first time as Clayton Kershaw goes back to work and Noel swings and misses for strike one. The big cut by John Kenzie. He lined to center his first time up. It's 2-1 Dodgers as Kershaw lets it fly on 0-1, and it's swung on and fouled off. 0-2 the count. Kershaw, he's been in trouble a couple of times, but had a runner thrown out on the bases in the first inning after the Guardians had scored a run, and then got the double play with 2 men aboard to end the third. The 37-year-old into the line. Here's his 0-2 pitch. Bounced it in there, and the count's now 1-2. Tom mentioning earlier, Kershaw with the 3 Cy Youngs, and one of those Cy Young years, 2014, he was the MVP. And a couple of runner-ups, too. Here's the 1-2. Swung on, and that's lifted high in the air to left, but it's going to stay in. Back on the track and making the catch is Pages for the first out in the inning. This message from Cleveland Clinic. Our good friends at the clinic want to remind you that schedule your mammogram with Ohio's leader in breast health. Find convenient locations near you by visiting clevelandclinic.org/mammogram. Here's Will Wilson, a double his first time up, and he swings and misses for strike one. But in that 2017 season, Kershaw went 18-4 with an ERA of 2.31 and did not win the Cy Young. Here's the 0-1. Outside, and the count's now 1-1. Max Scherzer did, going 16-6 with an ERA that was higher at 2.51. The 1-1 pitch, and it's on the outside corner for a strike. And if you look at some of the other numbers, again, Scherzer with less wins and a higher ERA, but a higher WAR and a lot more strikeouts. The 1-2, down low, 2-2, and also more innings. He threw 25 more innings than Kershaw and struck out 66 more, so the whip a little lower as well, so that all factored in. And Scherzer, with Washington at the time, won the Cy Young that year in a close vote. Here's the 2-2. Just outside, ball 3. Wilson battling with a 3-2 count. Guardians down 2-1 here in the fourth. Now the 3-2 delivery. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him with that slider. And for years, that's been the bread and butter pitch for Kershaw, playing off that fastball with that good hard slider. And again, the velocity down on the fastball, so that impacts everything. But he still knows how to pitch, and I think we're seeing that here. He worked through a difficult first inning, and now he's settling in with Daniel Schneemann stepping in. The pitch to Schneemann, down low, ball 1. Suit up this season at MLBshop.com. You can check out the largest selection of authentic jerseys, caps, hoodies, and more at MLBshop.com. The 1-0, swung on, bouncing ball to second. Up with it is Rojas, who throws on to first for the out. Side retired, 3 up, 3 down go the Guardians, and we'll head to the fifth. The Dodgers 2, the Guardians 1.
It's a great night for baseball.
This matchup features some of the best talent in the game. A lot of power, a lot of marquee names.
Here we go. Buckle up, folks. There's a guy who wants to be in the spotlight. The bats have come alive.
A showstopper.
We're just playing Powerball.
This place doesn't know what hit him.
These teams are entertaining, are they not?
The show continues.
Experience game-to-game coverage of the night's biggest moments, live and commercial-free. MLB Network Strike Zone, Wednesday and Friday nights all season.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right, down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Let's see if we can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is oppo taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco, his 13th, and it's a one-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Program. Just to give you some real news. Tomorrow from 10 to noon on WTAM 1100.
Guardians trailing 2-1 as we head to the fifth, and Cade Smith has come on to pitch, taking over for Colby Allard, who started. And now it's Smith here in the fifth to face Kike Hernandez, who fly to center his first time up. So Smith on early today in a close game. Here's the pitch, and it's swung on, bounced to third, diving stop. Will Wilson throws to first in time for the out. Oh, nice play by Wilson at third. So Smith throws one pitch, one out. Smith making his 26th appearance, 1-2 on the year. An earned run average of 2.70, 3 saves. He was terrific in the series at Detroit last weekend. And now he faces Miguel Rojas, who swings and chops it foul over to the third base side. 0-1 the count on Rojas. Dodgers 2, Guardians 1. Allard, 4 innings, allowed the 2 runs on 4 hits. There's a swing and a miss by Rojas, and quickly it's 0-2. And along the way, Colby Allard didn't even seem close to a walk, while striking out 3, kept the team in the game on a bullpen day here, so they get it to the fifth with the Guardians trailing by a run. Here's the 0-2, swung on, bounced to third, backhand stop Wilson. Throws low, good scoop by Santana, in time for the out, and it's the Will Wilson show defensively here in the fifth. 2 up, 2 down. Hey, we want to wish a happy retirement and congratulations on a great career to Dave Glass. He's the president and CEO of Findlay Publishing Company. They are the owners of our affiliate station, WFIN in Findlay. Shohei Ohtani steps in, and he takes a pitch outside for ball 1. Dave's last day is Friday after 44 years at the company. Here's the 1-0, down low, 2-0. And Dave was the point man. We always look forward to seeing him in the wintertime when we would make trips out to Findlay and the radio station for events. Here's the 2-0 pitch, swing and a miss, and it's 2-1. And we look forward to our negotiations every 3 to 5 years or so to renew the contract with Dave. He was one of the few who would come here. He'd say, look, don't come to our station to renew that deal. I'll come to the ballpark, have a couple of beers and some hot dogs, and we'll get the deal done. And we would do that every 3 to 5 years, and it was always great to see him. Here's the 2-1, swung on, and there's a high fly ball to left. Back is Jones. He has room, and he makes the catch. And the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down go the Dodgers. We head to the bottom of the fifth. 2-1, Los Angeles over the Guardians.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
It's a great night for baseball.
This matchup features some of the best talent in the game. A lot of power, a lot of marquee names.
Here we go. Buckle up, folks. There's a guy who wants to be in the spotlight. The bats have come alive.
A showstopper.
We're just playing Powerball.
This place doesn't know what hit him.
These teams are entertaining, are they not?
The show continues.
Experience game-to-game coverage of the night's biggest moments, live and commercial-free. MLB Network Strike Zone, Wednesday and Friday nights all season.
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. His 13th, and it's a one-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Six 698-2600. Make WTAM 1100 a preset on our free iHeartRadio app and listen to Guardians Baseball.
Austin Hedges leads it off for the Guardians. Bottom of the fifth underway, and he chops one foul for strike one. Facing Clayton Kershaw, who's working with a 2-1 lead. The future Hall of Famer endured a rocky first inning, but got through it, allowing just the one run. He's been sharp since, and he fires down low for a ball, and it's 1-1. Hedges bounced to short his first time up. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And it's swung on, chopped to third. Backing up on it, but gloving it is Hernandez, and he makes the long throw across the diamond in time for the out. One away. When you've got rust to bust, use PB Blaster, a Cleveland original since 1957. PB Blaster, always work it like a pro. Top of the lineup, and it's Nolan Jones there now batting for the first time. He came on defensively in the third inning for Stephen Kwan, actually fourth inning. And he takes a pitch inside for a ball, and we haven't had any word yet from downstairs on why Kwan left this game. Here's the 1-0. On the inside corner for a strike. 1-1 the count. So Jones batting for the first time today. Comes in hitting 175. Couple of home runs, 10 driven in. The pitch to him is swung on and missed, and it's 1-2. A gray day downtown, but no rain. And temperatures in the low 60s now. But when it's a team, and it's only here the one time a West Coast team from the National League, boy, you like to get the games in. And we are. The 1-2. Breaking ball just missed. That was the slow curve from Kershaw. Just missed inside. Here's his 2-2 delivery. Swung on, drilled to right, and that gets down for a base hit. Nolan Jones with a sharp single to right, and the Guardians have a one-out base runner here in the fifth. Trailing 2-1 as Angel Martinez steps in. Martinez 1 for 2 with a double. Get you the injury report this half inning, presented by Elk & Elk, serious lawyers for serious injuries, and an official partner of the Guardians. Call 1-800-ELK-OHIO. Here's the pitch to Martinez. It's upstairs for ball one. Now Slade Ciccone had his start pushed back. He was supposed to throw today. Threw a bullpen yesterday, and Stephen Vogt telling Tom on the warm-up show that they'll wait and see, slot him in sometime over the weekend if things went well this morning. There's a pitch on the outside corner for a strike. And the count's now 1-1. David Fry still on his rehab assignment with Columbus, but getting there quickly, it seems. Shane Bieber still working out in Goodyear. There's a pitch on the outside corner for a strike, and it's 1-2 to Martinez. Bieber's been throwing live batting practice, but he is scheduled to appear in a game out in Arizona on Saturday, so see if that holds true. But all indications are Bieber is progressing very well on his way back from Tommy John surgery. 1-2 the count. Here's the pitch. And it's down low. Good stop on a pitch in the dirt by Will Smith. On the other side for the Dodgers, 14 different pitchers on the injured list for L.A., including Blake Snell, Tyler Glasnow, Roki Sasaki. They all could be back before the end of the season, and at some point in time, join Ohtani as a starting option, too. Here's the 2-2, and it's outside and high for ball 3. So a team that is already tremendous could get even better as the season goes and different pitchers rejoin their starting rotation. Payoff pitch coming to Martinez. Here it is. Swung on, and he skies it to right, fairly deep. Back on it's Hernandez. Has room, makes the catch. Well shy of the warning track. 2 gone. And here comes Jose Ramirez. 2 for 2, couple of singles. The first, back in the first inning, drove in a run, and he tried to stretch it into a double and was thrown out. But he now has a 21-game hit streak. His longest in his fine career. And the average just continues to skyrocket for Ramirez, who takes a strike on the inside corner. Ramirez came into play today hitting .311, and it's been a little while since Jose has been a 300 hitter average-wise for a season. Here's the pitch, and it's swung on, foul tipped into the glove. Quickly 0-2 on Ramirez, who last hit 300 for a season back in 2017 when he hit a career-high .318. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him to chase the splitter. Man, Kershaw's getting better as it goes. We're headed to the 6th. 2-1, Dodgers over the Guardians.
Don't miss.
Let's see if we can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. His 13th, and it's a 1-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Every game night is a chance to go big with MLB Big Inning. Turn on baseball's only nightly show that brings you the biggest plays of the night, live and commercial-free.
Strikes him out.
No one stacks more clutch plays into one live show with up to 4 games on a single screen.
Out of here! He is on fire. It's a walk-off winner.
Change up game night with baseball's biggest game changer, MLB Big Inning, presented by Ram Trucks. Every night, all season long on MLB.tv.
With class-leading low latency, no charge bandwidth bursting, and direct peering to the cloud apps you use most. Don't settle for the telecom status quo. Choose a partner that's raising the bar for business connectivity. Visit everstream.net today.
This is Bill Wills. Fox's Shannon Bream joins me in the morning on News Radio WTAM 1100.
Well, Cade Smith, this is a rarity, pitching a second inning, and he misses inside with a slider for ball 1. Smith, he had a 1-2-3 5th inning. He'll work here in the 6th. Cleveland trailing 2-1. The pitch in there to even the count. Cade Smith had only pitched 23 innings and 25 outings this year, so a rarity and a multiple inning performance today. The pitch fouled out of play to the right, 1-2. Hi again, everybody. Tom Hamilton back with you. Along with Jim Rosenhaus, Brian Motze, overcast, light breeze, not a factor. 59 degrees. Dodgers 2 runs, 4 hits. Cleveland 1 run, 6 hits. Mookie Betts takes up high, and the count 2-2. Andrew Walters just up from Columbus, warming in the Cleveland pen. Cade misses down low, full count. This is a bullpen game for Cleveland. Kobe Allard did a heck of a job going 4 innings, giving up 2 runs on 4 hits, striking out 3. Now the set by Smith. Chest high hold and the pitch down and away, and he walked him. And again, this is always an adjustment for a relief pitcher who's not been used in multiple innings like a Cade Smith. You're used to going out there having that 1 inning. You get that huge adrenaline rush, then all of a sudden you're sitting through your own team's inning, batting, and now you got to get geared back up. 3-hole hitter, Teoscar Hernandez, 1 for 2, a double, and he takes a strike on the outer edge. Dodgers head home. Cleveland gets an off day with the Angels in town Friday night. Fireworks, dollar dogs, free t-shirts. Now the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Good looking split. And the count 0-2. Dodgers lead the National League in batting average, lead the National League in homers, lead the National League in OPS, lead the National League in walks, second in runs scored. The pitch waved at, struck him out. The only team in the National League scoring more runs than the Dodgers, the Cubs. And we will see them in July at Wrigley. Here's Freddie Freeman as struck out, grounded out. Last year's World Series MVP and his walk-off grand slam in Game 1. In essence, ended the World Series. The pitch in there, a strike. It was shades of Kirk Gibson in the 1988 World Series. From the standpoint, Oakland never recovered in 88. Yankees never recovered in 24. Now the 0-1 pitch. Down and in, got away from Hedges. And a second goes Betts. Hedges reaching across his body trying to backhand that. Had to go off his glove. We'll see how it is scored. So now runner at second. It's being ruled a wild pitch. 2-1 Dodgers. 6th inning. The set. The pitch. Check swing. He didn't go. Pitch outside. 2-1. I wonder if Clayton Kershaw's day is done, as the Dodgers have the right-hander getting ready. That's Lou Trevino. The pitch. Checked on a pitch outside. 3-1. Kershaw's gone a season best 5 innings today, and boy, it seemed like Cleveland had him on the ropes in the early innings, and once he got out of that, he got better as the game went on. Now the 3-1 delivery. Swung on, line to right. Base hit. Betts being waved home. Noel charges, gloves, throws to the plate. 1 bounce, not in time. Run scores. Throw to second by Hedges. Feet first slide, safe as Freeman. 3-1 Dodgers. RBI single by Freeman. The National League's best hitter with 36 RBIs takes second on the throw to the plate. And here comes manager Stephen Vogt. We'll have a pitching change. We'll be back.
At Cleveland Clinic, bettering lives is what you live for. You treat setbacks as a chance to come back stronger. You search for solutions inside and out. And you create new ways to keep moving forward. Because managing a condition is a win worth celebrating. For every care in the world, Cleveland Clinic.
Guardians fans, get ready for an Every game night is a chance to go big with MLB Big Inning. Turn on baseball's only nightly show that brings you the biggest plays of the night, live and commercial-free.
Strikes him out.
No one stacks more clutch plays into one live show with up to 4 games on a single screen.
Out of here! He is on fire. It's a walk-off winner.
Change up game night with baseball's biggest game changer, MLB Big Inning, presented by Ram Trucks. Every night, all season long on MLB.tv.
Let's see if we can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco, his 13th, and it's a one-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Mid-90s fastball slider split. Last year was his rookie season, and for Cleveland, he not only made his Major League debut a year ago, but then was terrific in the postseason. So Andrew Walters, in 12 games with the Clippers, once he got healthy, had a 1.50 ERA. He'll face Will Smith, runner at second, 3-1 Dodgers, pitch inside, a ball. The thing that kept him in Columbus a little bit longer, in addition to making sure the shoulder was good, he was having some command issues. You get hurt in spring training and you're playing catch-up for a lot of the season. That pitch, that's in there, called strike. And it's a 1-1 count. Smith has singled and doubled with an RBI. That last fastball, 97 miles an hour from Andrew Walters. He's 6'4", 220, 24 years of age. He lets it fly, and the pitch waved at. 1-2 the count. Last year when Walters came up, he appeared in 9 games for Cleveland in the regular season and did not give up an earned run and allowed 1 hit in 8 2/3 innings. Now the look back, now the pitch. Swing and a miss, stayed with the fastball up around the letters and blew away Will Smith. Wow, that was impressive. 2 down, runners still at second. Dodgers now with a 3-1 lead in the 6th. And here's Andy Pages, has lined out, singled in a run. Will Smith, last 2 fastballs, 97 and 98 miles per hour. The set, the pitch, swing and a foul back. Well, Pages went up there looking heat, and he fouled it straight back. Walters pitched at the University of Miami, and he was a closer in college, and Cleveland drafted him in the 2nd round in 2023, not even 2 years ago. He turns, but no throw to second. And of course, when you're drafted as a pitcher, you never pitch the year you're drafted, or very seldom do you pitch if you're a college pitcher the year you're drafted because of the workload you had in college. The pitch swung on, skied foul, right side, down the line, near the stands. Santana gives way, and John Kenzie Noel swoops at it, doesn't catch it. That ball was up in the air forever, and nobody got there. Thought John Kenzie Noel had the easier play. I don't know if he and Santana kind of shied away from each other, but new life for Pages. And the last thing you want to do is give the Dodgers an extra out. They're hard enough giving them 27 outs in a game. 3-1 Dodgers. Runner at second. 2 down. 0-2 count on Pages. Walters is ready. Here it comes. Way outside. Backhanded pick on the bounce by Hedges. 1-2. So last year, Andrew Walters, it was his first year in pro ball, and he was pitching against the Yankees in the ALCS after starting the year in Double-A. Now the 1-2. Swung on, pulled on the ground to third. Wilson gobbles, throws over, inning over. Good job by Andrew Walters in his season debut. Dodgers 3, Cleveland 1, middle of the 6th on the Cleveland.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Let's see if we can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. His 13th, and it's a one-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
.com/lowest price guarantee.
Hey, it's Bloom Daddy. We'll talk after the game. The Bloom Daddy Show till 7 right here on WTAM 1100.
Well, this is obviously a very good and deep Dodger bullpen. And this will be the first time we've seen a guy we've seen a lot of down through the years, Lou Trevino. Trevino still throws mid-90s, fastball, sinker, cutter, slurve, changeup. Trevino will inherit what is now a 3-1 Dodger lead. His 16th appearance, 1-0 with a 4.15 ERA. Well, we may never see Clayton Kershaw again in Cleveland. Carlos Santana batting left-handed, takes high. No idea what Clayton Kershaw's plans are in regards to his career, but in this his 18th season, he pitched another gem against Cleveland. Now the 1-0 outside corner strike. Kershaw made 74 pitches, a season high, 5 innings, giving up 1 run on 6 hits, struck out 3, walked 2, and got better as the game went on. The pitch. Santana takes down and away, 2-1. Cleveland's only run came when Angel Martinez doubled in the first and Jose Ramirez singled him in. Cleveland had him on the ropes a couple of times, but Kershaw's going to Cooperstown because he knows how to get out of jams. Santana lofts a souvenir over the netting into the third base seats. It's a 2-2 count. We're in the bottom of the 6th. Dodgers looking for the sweep, and they lead it 3-1. And Cleveland has not been able to muster much offense here in the last 4 games, but nobody else would either when you're facing Clayton Kershaw, Yamamoto, Dustin May, Tarek Skubal. They'll put everybody in a slump, that group. Trevino's pitch, fouled it back. Santana stays alive at 2-2. He now has an 8-game hitting streak. Jose Ramirez extended his to 21 games. But you need more than those two. And now they've lost Stephen Kwan with a sore right wrist. The 2-2 swung on, pulled foul by Coach Sandy Alomar at first. Stephen Kwan was 0 for 2 today and then left the ballgame with a sore right wrist. Off day tomorrow, but Cleveland can't afford to lose Stephen Kwan for any period of time. The pitch, checked on a pitch low, and the count full. Lane Thomas, he's going to be out a while. He's got plantar fasciitis. When I say a while, doesn't necessarily mean the IL. The pitch, check swing, tapper by the mound. Charged by the third baseman. Hernandez, bare hand grab, throw, not in time. Good effort by Kike Hernandez, the third baseman, but Santana with an infield hit. Lane Thomas was saying in the clubhouse today that foot is so sore. Hard for him to do anything. Swing the bat, play the outfield. His wrist now feels great. But now it's the plantar fasciitis, which he has dealt with in the past. So hopefully Lane Thomas can avoid the injured list, but boy, it doesn't sound like he's going to be ready to go Friday. We'll see. You never know, but that's a tough injury to overcome. Gabriel Arias, the batter. He takes outside a ball. You've heard of guys having surgery, but you have surgery on that, and you're going to be out a long time. Lane Thomas doesn't want that. But it's not like you can just rest in a major league season. The 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss, good breaking ball, and the count 1-1. That's the problem with that kind of an injury. Oh, the only way it'll get better is rest. Then you tell the doctor, I'm a Major League Baseball player. Oh, scratch that. We better come up with another plan. The 1-1. Swung on line drive, base hit into right. Santana stops at second. Arias, when he starts going the other way again, then you know he's about to come out of it. So Cleveland, runners at first and second with nobody out. And boy, does this guy need a bomb. John Kenzie Noel, 0 for 2, has lined out, flied out. Noel batting with a chance to inflict some damage on the Dodgers' Lou Trevino. John Kenzie Noel trying to flip the script in this game. 3-1, Dodgers with the lead. Here's the set. Here's the pitch. Checked on a pitch down and in. Looked like a hard sinker. Noel now batting 143. Couple of homers, 9 ribbies. The next delivery. Breaking ball and a beauty. 1 ball, 1 strike. Cleveland looking for a jolt offensively. Trevino's pitch, swing and a miss, ran it in on him. 1-2 the count. Three to 1 Dodgers. Cleveland's got 2 on, nobody out, 6th inning. Trevino's ready, hands just below the chin, lets it rip, and the breaking ball is popped up foul, first base side. This becomes a souvenir. Nothing in 1 the count. Beg your pardon, 1-2 the count. John Kenzie Noel digs in. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Elevated the fastball. 1 down. And it'll bring up Will Wilson. He has doubled and struck out. Runners stay at first and second. Well, Cleveland's had opportunities today with men in scoring position. Cleveland 1 for 7. The Dodgers are the best clutch hitting team in baseball, as the Dodgers, with men in scoring position, are batting .310. Now the pitch to Wilson, and it's down and away with a breaking ball. You don't let clogged gutters throw you a curveball. Hit a home run with Leaf Guard's clog-free, maintenance-free gutters. Call 1-800-LEAF-GUARD today to get your free estimate. Now the 1-0 delivery. Waved at, 1-1. Well, if we don't see Clayton Kershaw again, if he does call it a career at the end of this season, what a career. Now the 1-1 pitch. Hanging breaking ball, missed in, 2-1. Kershaw is going to end up his career with over 3,000 strikeouts And his numbers will put him at the top of some of the most important categories in Major League Baseball history. The pitch is in there, 2-2. Best whip, best earned run average. 3-time Cy Young Award winner. What a warrior Clayton Kershaw has been, and today 5 innings, 1 run allowed. Now the 2-2. Breaking ball fouled into the catcher's mitt. Wilson strikes out, 2 down. Here's Daniel Schneemann, 0 for 2. Well, Schneemann got a big 3-run homer last night to get Cleveland back into the game. You'd love to make history repeat itself. 2 down, 2 on. 3-1 Dodgers, 6th inning. Some raindrops occasionally now on this overcast day off the lakefront. The pitch. Curveball down and in. Ball 1. Everstream is Cleveland's business-only fiber network. Reliable connectivity your business deserves. Fiber, internet, Ethernet, and more. Everstream, faster fiber, better business. Now the set, now the 1-0. Outside 2-0. Man, you think of some of the great Dodger pitchers, Sandy Koufax, Don Drysdale, Don Sutton, all Hall of Famers. Clayton Kershaw will join them. The late, great Fernando Valenzuela, Oral Hershiser. The 2-0. Outside. Time was called before the pitch. A balk. So Santana to third, Arias to second. On the balk. And that doesn't even go back to Don Newcomb and all of the greats that pitched in Brooklyn. And Clayton Kershaw's in that kind of company. Now the catcher, Will Smith, walking out to the mound. Oral Hershiser right next door. And obviously Oral Hershiser, an integral part of the baseball renaissance that was the 90s here in Cleveland when Jacobs Field opened, and Hershiser, a big reason Cleveland got to 2 World Series in 3 years. Dodgers now the defending World Series champions. Dodgers, of course, were in Brooklyn for 68 years and shocked everybody when they moved to Los Angeles in 1958. That's because they had a battle with New York. They just couldn't get ground to build a new ballpark. They wanted to leave Ebbets Field, as now Schneemann on the balk will be intentionally walked. And then the Dodgers convinced their fellow New Yorkers, the Giants, to move to San Francisco. And so they began that rivalry, leaving New York together to go to the West Coast in 1958. And now they're duking it out 3 games apart in the National League West. Here's Austin Hedges, 0 for 2. The pitch. Check swing, pitch low, ball 1. Did he go? No, he didn't. Bases full of Guardians. Santana at third, Arias at second, Schneemann at first. 2 down in the 6th, 3-1 LA. Trevino's ready. Here it comes. A swing and a little dribbler fouled third base side. 1-1 the count. And our old good buddy, another great Dodger pitcher, Tim Belcher. He and Oral Hershiser guided the Dodgers to the '88 title. The pitch. Swung on, popped him up. On the left side of the infield, Mookie Betts, the shortstop, will retire Austin Hedges. And Cleveland leaving a small village on board today. They have now stranded 8 runners in 6 innings.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
It's a great night for baseball.
This matchup features some of the best talent in the game. A lot of power, a lot of marquee names.
Here we go. Buckle up, folks. There's a guy who wants to be in the spotlight. The bats have come alive.
A showstopper!
We're just playing Powerball.
This place doesn't know what hit him.
These teams are entertaining, are they not?
The show continues.
Experience game-to-game coverage of the night's biggest moments, live and commercial-free. MLB Network Strike Zone, Wednesday and Friday nights all season.
Better furniture, price lower.
Hi, it's Bill Wills back with you in the morning news, sports, traffic, and weather together on the 10s, WTAM 1100.
Second inning of work for Andrew Walters. 3-1 LA. Seventh inning. Tommy Edman batting left-handed takes down an away ball one. Kobe Allard went 4 innings today, gave up 2 runs. Cade Smith an inning and a third, allowing 1. Walters got the last 2 outs in the 6th, and the pitch waved at. Good slider, back foot slider. 1-1 the count. Andrew Walters played at the University of Miami. Now the 1-1, a little high, 2-1. His uncle, Matt Walters, was a starting defensive tackle when the Hurricanes won the national title in 2001. The pitch, swing and a foul out of play to the left, 2-2. His uncle Matt played on that 2001 national championship team that had eventually 38 players drafted into the NFL. Not all in one year. The pitch, swing and a miss. I mean, you think of the talent the Miami Hurricanes used to run through there. There were 17 first-round draft picks eventually off that 2001 team that Andrew Walters' uncle started for. And some of them Hall of Famers. Here's Kike Hernandez. The pitch. And it's in there. Andrew's uncle played with the likes of safety Ed Reed, running back Frank Gore, safety Sean Taylor, tight end Kellen Winslow, linebacker Jonathan Vilma, defensive tackle Vince Wilfork. That pitch waved at 0-2. It is considered by some to be the greatest collection of talent in the history of college football. The 2001 Miami Hurricanes and Andrew Walters' uncle started. The pitch swung on, yanked foul out of play to the left, still 0-2. That defense that his uncle started for gave up 10 points a game. That was before you could buy players. The pitch outside, although the Miami Hurricanes weren't adverse to doing a little something under the table. But
well, it was.
A lot of teams did.
It was a destination now.
Now the 1-2 pitch. Down and away, 2-2. There isn't enough NIL money in college sports right now to buy that talent that the Hurricanes had. Goodness. Coaches like Howard Schnellenberger and Jimmy Johnson. Now the 2-2. Swung on, hammered foul down the left side, still a 2-2 count. Well, Matt Walters' nephew Andrew, big enough to have played football at Miami, 6'4", 220. The hard-throwing righty lets it fly, and the pitch swung on, drilled deep left center field. This is headed for the 19-foot wall. Hits off the base of the wall. Martinez throw to second, head first slide and tag, safe! Hernandez eluding the tag with a head first slide, his third double, and the Dodgers have a runner now at second base, one down in the seventh. 3-1, LA on top. Well, the Guardians and Angels will be going at it Saturday at 4:10. It's the Tanner Bybee City Connect bobblehead giveaway. Thanks to Discount Drug Mart. You can get your tickets now at cleguardians.com. Max Muncy on deck to pinch hit, a left-handed batter, and manager Stephen Vogt to make a pitching change here in the seventh. Tim Herron is coming on with Cleveland trailing the Dodgers 3-1.
With Progressive's collision coverage, my family gets up to $1,000 for vet bills if I'm injured in a car accident. And that makes this Chihuahua really feel...
Let's see if we can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. His 13th, and it's a one-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an eighth-inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Listen to Guardians Baseball.
Left on left, Max Muncy pinch hitting for Miguel Rojas. Thus, the move to the left-hander, Tim Herron. Left on left, Herron, fastball, curveball, slider. This is a 3-1 ball game. Dodgers with a runner at second, one out in the seventh. Herron's pitch to Muncy, and he hits one high in the air, fairly deep right center, but should stay in the ball yard, and will. Center fielder Angel Martinez with a catch, tagging, going to third, and the throw skips off the side railing and stays in play as it got by Wilson at third. Cleveland luckier, that would have scored a run on an error if that ball had not hit the railing and stayed in play and it jumped into the seats. So Muncy flies out, and it's out number two. Tagging and going to third was Hernandez. And now top of the order in Shohei Ohtani. Left on left, runner at third, the pitch. Ohtani takes in ball one. Ohtani has never homered in 4 straight games, and trying to accomplish that here today. So far, strikeout, ground out, fly out. Herron's pitch. Swing and a foul at the plate, 1-1. Tell you one thing, Shohei Ohtani could not be more comfortable at the plate. He is swinging out of his shoes, and we have yet to see anybody really try and knock him off the plate at all. Try to get his feet a little uncomfortable. Not trying to hit him, but the pitch down and away, blocked by Hedges. He retrieves, throws to Herron, head first slide, tag, not in time. In to score is Hernandez. That is Jose Ramirez base running right there. Pitch in the dirt, and as soon as he saw that, he broke. Even though Hedges partially deflected it, it went behind Hedges. He flipped to Herron, and a head first slide, and it got the hand in just ahead of the tag. And the wild pitch gives the Dodgers another run, and they lead it 4-1. And the Dodgers are doing all the little things on top of what they can also bring to the table. The pitch outside, 3-1. 4 runs, 6 hits for LA, 1 run, 8 hits Cleveland. We're in the 7th. Base is empty, 2 down. Aaron delivers, and Ohtani takes ball 4. That'll bring up Mookie Betts.
Maybe those great slots.
Coming up, Betts with a walk and a run scored in the 6th. Otherwise, he's 0 for 2. Dodgers picking up an insurance run here in the 7th, looking for a little more. Ohtani leads at first, the pitch to Mookie. He swings, hits a ground ball to third. Wilson has it, sets his feet, throws on to first in time to get Betts, and that'll do it for the Dodgers in the top of the 7th. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. Stretch time in Cleveland, middle of the 7th. It's the Dodgers 4.
Stottlemyre still wants somebody. There's Randy Johnson, the big unit. He towers over everybody. Randy's got to change his cap.
Oh, jeez. There you go. That looks better. Get that D-backs hat on, Randy.
A lot of fans and collectors will look at the T206 set as the more famous of the sets that were produced in the early part of the 20th century. And certainly they would carry more financial value. But when you talk to collectors, some will tell you that these T205s are actually more physically attractive. They're maybe the most physically attractive cards produced prior to World War II.
Audio Network. Never gets old.
Bottom of the 7th inning, Dodgers 4, Cleveland 1. Lou Trevino still in the ball game and pitching to the left-handed batting Nolan Jones, the left fielder. He swings and fouls it away. Max Muncy remains in the game. He'll play third base, and Kike Hernandez moves over to second. Jones fouls the ball off his foot. He's limping around. He's in the game because Stephen Kwan left due to right wrist inflammation. And Jones, the former Rocky, who was acquired by Cleveland during spring training in March from the Rockies. And look out at Trevino. No balls and 1 strike. And Lou's pitch. Swung on and foul tipped into the glove of Smith for strike 2. Once he'll back up and play way off the line, basically playing the shortstop position for the left-handed hitting Jones. Pitch swung on, driven to center. That's a base hit. Out towards slight right center field. It is going to be cut off by Teoscar. Jones trying for 2. Here's the throw. He comes off the bag and Mookie tags him out.
He stayed with the tag.
He beat the throw, but his slide pulled him off the bag, and Mookie now offering to help him up. But Mookie did the right thing. He kept the tag on him all the way through. As he overslid the bag, he reached back with his left hand to try to get the base. Missed it the first time.
That's just a bad slide. Just plain and simple, bad slide.
9-6 on the putout. That's a base hit. Maybe he should ask Kike Hernandez how to slide.
How many organizations teach sliding anymore?
Angel Martinez, the batter. 1-0 count on him. And the pitch coming. Well, we saw the Dodgers working on the sliding on a slip and slide kind of thing in spring training. In Vero Beach, didn't they have like a sand sliding pit?
Yeah, they had a sliding pit that was used. And if the pit was not being used...
Martinez fouls one back in front of us. Or a strike.
Yeah, if the sliding pit was not used, they go on the grass, remove the shoes, put on some sliding pants, extra protection, if you will, and slide on the grass.
2-1, hit in the air to left field toward the line. Playable for Pages. Now he comes in, and he makes the catch. 2 away. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the World Champion Dodgers Audio Network.
The home of the world champion LA Dodgers. KLAC KYSR HD2 Los Angeles. Make us a preset on the free iHeartRadio app.
Bottom of the 7th, brought to you by Bank of America, the official bank of the Los Angeles Dodgers. Jose Ramirez smacks one to right field and deep. This ball is off the wall, the very top of the wall. He's around first and into second with a pop-up slide. Mookie keeps the tag on him, but he's safe. And Jose Ramirez with his 3rd hit of the ball game. And he attacked that ball like he was mad at it.
Well, he's just a special kind of a hitter. His 3rd hit, and not that far from being out of the ballpark on top. Now, I don't know if you consider this right now heavy fog or if it's a light mist. Somewhere in between.
Starting to move in. 2 outs. Ramirez at second base, and the batter is Santana.
You can see the moisture if you look into the dark areas down the right field line. You see kind of it's like the restaurants that have those pipes that blow out what looks like the steam. It's just a mist. What it resembles.
Santana cracks one to right field. That's going to hit down near the corner. Teoscar fields it around third as Ramirez. He'll score. And a 2-out base hit gets Ramirez home. It's a 4-2 ball game.
Yeah, and how big was that out after Nolan Jones? Just a terrible slide. What should have been a double winds up as a single and an out.
Dave Roberts coming to get Trevino. He's going to bring in Tanner Scott, who was out there warming up. And Scott will make his way from the bullpen. The Dodger closer will have to come in here in the bottom of the 7th inning and get the final out, which might indicate that he'll pitch into the 8th.
California Community College. With more than 200 career education programs at your fingertips, your future can be anything you imagine.
I can make good money doing what I love.
Classes can fill up quickly, so enroll today at icangotocollege.com.
Left-hander Tanner Scott will step up on top of the hill. 26th appearance, no decisions. 3.28 ERA. Opponents hitting .244 against him. Gabriel Arias, the shortstop, who had a base hit in the 6th inning, is up. He represents the tying run. 4-2, Dodgers lead, 2 down. Runner at first is Carlos Santana, his third hit of the day. And a big cut and a miss on the first pitch from Tanner Scott.
And we're getting a little light precipitation in between that pitching change. The grounds crew came out with towels and wiped down all 3 bases.
No balls, 1 strike, and the pitch cut on and missed. Threw him a slider down and in, and it's 0-2. Four runs on 6 hits for the Dodgers. 2 runs, 11 hits for Cleveland. And the pitch now. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Boy, he just surgically dispatched of Gabriel Arias to end the 7th inning. Guardians get a run, 3 hits. They leave a man. We go to the 8th. It's the Dodgers 4, Cleveland 2.
Celebra tú también con Betcris.
Guess who that is? Roger McDowell.
Check him out. He has his uniform on upside down with the shoes on the hand, and it looks like he's walking on his hands. Has his cap hanging down. That's supposed to be his head. Well, the Mets really trying to turn it around. They do, however, trail in this ball game 4-0. I love Spoon.
On your official home of Los Angeles Dodgers baseball.
Out of the 8th inning, 4-2, Dodgers with the lead. Out of the Cleveland bullpen is right-hander Matt Festa. Second appearance of the series. Went an inning and a third Monday night here. Allowed 2 earned runs on 2 hits while walking 2. And he faces Teoscar Hernandez. And the first pitch to him is in for a strike, 0-1. Teoscar 1 for 3 with a double and a run scored. Struck out last time up in the 6th. Pitch taken outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Tim Herron went 2/3 of an inning. All zeros except for 1 walk. And Andrew Walters charged for a run. As the pitch is outside to Teoscar. He gets ahead 2 balls and 1 strike. Dodgers with 2 runs in the 4th to overcome a 1-0 lead, and then single runs in the 6th and again in the 7th. Teoscar fouls one back off to the right. Top of the 8th inning brought to you by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa, the MVP for fun, food, and good times. Less than 90 minutes from wherever you are. Morongo celebrating 20 years of good times. 2 ball, 2 strike pitch. And Teoscar bangs it down to third, one-handed by Wilson. He'll straighten up, throw across the diamond to Santana to get Hernandez 1 away.
Hey, friends, looking ahead, join us for Tommy Edman Bobblehead Night, June 2nd. That's when the Mets are in the Dodger Stadium, and the first 40,000 fans in attendance will take home the bobblehead. Celebrating Tommy's postseason performance is presented by Security Benefit. Come out, join us. Dodgers.com/promotions.
Freddie Freeman, the batter, with 1 out and the bases empty. Freddie a base hit and a run batted in the 6th. Swings and fouls it away. Gave you a number last night, Mo, on Freddie. 44% of the games he's played in this year, he's had multiple hit games. One of the big reasons that he's leading the National League in hitting. .355 average currently. 0-1 pitch. He swings and ropes this one to the gap in right center field. That's down for a base hit. And Freddie's going to try for 2. He's on his way to second. Here comes the throw. He slides. He's out. Angel Martinez got the ball in quickly. And Freddie, trying for 2, was thrown out by a good margin.
Second run of the afternoon been thrown out at second base by the Dodgers.
Batting down for the Dodgers,
Oscar Hernandez earlier. Well, there's been a lot of plays at second base today.
Been busy. Will Smith swings at the first pitch, and he drills this one to left center field. It is deep. It is back on the warning track, and over the shoulder, Nolan Jones makes the catch. 3 up and 3 down with a base hit mixed in there. We're through 7.5. Dodgers 4, Cleveland 2.
Never gets old.
Don't say you hate LA, but live in LA and pretend. My neck on Tarantino,
Bottom of the 8th inning, Dodgers 4, Guardians 2. With Rick Lunday, Tim Everett with you. Dwayne McDonald, our producer engineer in the booth at Progressive Field. Final game of a 6-game road trip. Tanner Scott starts the bottom of the 8th inning after a 3-pitch strikeout of Arias to get out of the 7th. And Jockenzie Noel, the right fielder, takes the ball, 1-0. Scott's pitch, swung on and missed. You were mentioning there's a lot of action at second base today.
Yep.
Isn't it an ironic, can you say an ironic coincidence? I would just say it's a coincidence that the second base umpire is wearing a television camera today.
You think?
Yeah. There's a ground ball toward third. Mossy will play it foul.
Yeah, he's been busy, and so's the camera operator.
Yeah, but it's been great for television.
Yes, it has.
Well, radio makes no difference. We see it either way. But we were told yesterday that Mike Estabrook was going to wear a camera at first base last night, which he did, and the second base umpire wear one today. That came into play on a challenge in the first inning. Jose Ramirez tried to leg out a double, and it was the umpire's cam that had the definitive angle. And the call was overturned, and Andy Pages got an outfield assist. 2-2 to Noel. Pitch swung on, ground ball toward the middle to the far side of second. Kike Hernandez diving for it, smothers it, but it'll be a base hit for Noel. And nobody out and a runner at first base.
Those are joining us late. There have been 3 runners thrown out at second base today. And all 3 trying to stretch into a double.
Will Wilson, the third baseman, 1 for 3, struck out each of his last 2 times at the plate. And Scott deals, and that's high. So the Dodger bullpen trying to hang on to this one for Clayton Kershaw today. Kershaw went 5, gave up 1 earned run, 6 hits, struck out 3. 1-0 pitch. Swung on and missed. A slider down and in. One and one. Noel held on by Freeman at first. Kike Hernandez playing close to the bag at second. And Tanner Scott's offer. Swung on and missed. A slider. Again down and in on Will Wilson. Giants in action this afternoon against the Tigers. The Tigers are pulled in front 4-3. They're in the top of the 8th. Swinging a foul. Tigers are 36-20. Giants 31-24. And if the Tigers can hang on, the Giants could fall a full game behind the Dodgers again.
And Detroit starts a 5-game lead in the Central American League in front of the Twins and 6 in front of Cleveland.
And the pitch. Swung on, ground ball to third. Looked like it hit the bag, and Muncy just has to eat it. That took a funny hop. That might have hit the inside part of the bag. Muncy hung with it and made the play. And now the Guardians have the tying run at first base with nobody out.
I think what it may have hit is the seam of the grass, where the grass and the dirt inside the foul lines.
Yeah,
that's exactly what it hit. It went to Muncy's left.
That turns out to be a base hit. So first and second, here's Daniel Schneemann, left-handed hitting second baseman. As things are getting a little precarious here in Cleveland. Dodgers winning the first 2 games. Ahead here late in game 3. Noel off of second base, Wilson off of first. The pitch to Schneemann, fouled off to the left and out of play. Today's game brought to you by First 5 California. 1 in 3 children are at risk of toxic stress, but there are things parents can do to help. Learn how to overcome it at first5california.com. 1-1 to Schneemann. Tanner Scott looks at second, comes home, and he deals outside and high. 2-1. Now he's in a spot where he really doesn't have a lot of room to afford to fall behind in counts. There's the next offer, the 2-1 pitch, and that's high. 3-1. Austin Hedges standing in the on-deck circle. If they load him up here, he'd be surprised if Hedges comes to the plate. Now a 3-1 pitch by Tanner Scott to Schneemann. Swings and fouls it off to the left into the third deck.
Pretty good rip at that pitch, too. Vesia beginning to crank it up in the Dodgers' pen. He has yet to throw a pitch.
Runners lead first and second, nobody out. 3-2 pitch from Tanner Scott. And he walks him. A slider up high, and he's loaded the bases. Joaquin Noel down to third. Will Wilson to second. Daniel Schneemann is at first. And Hedges looks like they're going to let him hit. The tying run is in scoring position. And the go-ahead runs at first base. And Hedges, who is 0 for 3. Remember, back in the 6th inning, Dave Roberts walked a man, put the go-ahead run on base to get the Hedges, and Hedges made the final out. Mark Pryor's visit to the mound is over, and the Dodgers looking for an out, maybe 2 here. Got to get the first one first. Kike Hernandez playing close to the bag at second. Mookie deep at short. A little bit off the line and behind the bag at third is Muncy. And Scott pitching to Hedges. And he delivers a strike.
Muncy, he's really kind of guarding the line. He's only about 8 feet from that foul line. And about 10, 15 feet behind the bag.
0-1 to Hedges. And the pitch. Swing and a strike 2. Back-to-back sliders to Hedges. No balls, 2 strikes.
We'll keep the ball out of the dirt here. No wild pitches.
The stretch by Tanner Scott, his 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Elevated the fastball, and he strikes out Hedges on 3 pitches.
He just went 96 up and away. after back-to-back sliders.
Number 22, Nolan Jones.
And now Nolan Jones is up. Remember, he replaced Stephen Kwan, the leadoff hitter. Kwan left with swollen right wrist. Bases loaded and 1 out, and the pitch to Jones. He'll take one inside for a ball. So Kenzie Noel, a leadoff base hit, an infield single by Will Wilson. Schneemann walked. Dodgers still with a 4-2 lead. The pitch. Jones waves and misses at a fastball. Couldn't catch up to 95. 1-1. Jones is 2 for 2 since entering the ballgame, but this season he's a 188 hitter. Runners lead first, second, and third. 1 ball, 1 strike pitch from Tanner Scott. Oh, a slider caught the inside corner at the knees for called strike 2. And Scott gets ahead of him. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And Scott kicks and deals. Swinging a ground ball through the hole left side, a base hit. 1 run comes in. Here comes the tying run around third. It's 4-4. Noel scored, and then Wilson scored to tie it. Tanner Scott had him on the ropes with 2 strikes, and he gives up an opposite field single, and it's a brand new ball game here in Cleveland.
And Jones in that at-bat was 0 for 13 this year against lefties with 8 strikeouts.
And Dave Roberts coming to get Tanner Scott. Blown save for Scott, and Kershaw will get no decision out of this one this afternoon. So, a pitching change here in Cleveland. We're in the bottom of the 8th, 1 out, 2 on. The score, the Dodgers 4, the Guardians 4.
At UCLA Health, Discovery, and...
Different ball game now. 1 out, bottom of the 8th inning, 4-4. As the Guardians have come back, knocking Tanner Scott out of the ball game, and Alex Vesia takes over. He'll face Angel Martinez. So Kingsley Noel and Will Wilson coming in to score on the 3rd base hit of the ball game for Nolan Jones. Alex Vesia's 27th appearance. He's 1-0, 3.09 the ERA. 33 strikeouts in 23 in a 3rd innings pitch. And he'll face the switch hitting center fielder Angel Martinez, who had a double in the 1st inning, struck out and flied out twice to right. Now 2 on, 1 out. Go ahead runs in scoring position. And the pitch inside. Schneemann represents the go-ahead run at second. Nolan Jones behind him at first. And Jones 3 for 3, and he didn't even start this game. Didn't get his first plate appearance until the 5th inning. 1-0 pitch. And Martinez takes ball 2. Low and in. Vesia trying to sight it in right now. As he comes set to go, and the left-handers pitch on the way to Martinez. Swung on and driven to left and deep. This ball is back, and this ball is gone. Angel Martinez greets Alex Vesia with a 3-run home run, and the Guardians lead it 7-4. 3rd home run of the season for Martinez. Vesia grooved him a fastball right down the middle, and Martinez hammered it into the left field seats.
How many times have we made reference to the fact that the Dodgers bullpen has been worked and worked and worked? Well, this was a 91-mile-an-hour fastball, basically right down the middle.
That'll close the book on Tanner Scott, whose days have been very difficult lately. 2/3 of an inning for Scott, 3 hits, 4 earned runs. 1 walk, 1 strikeout. Scott is left to scratch his head, and now the Dodgers find themselves down by 3 with a very talented closer for Cleveland warming up, Emmanuel Clase. And the pitch is up high to Jose Ramirez. Ramirez has 3 hits today. Guardians with 13 comeback wins this year, and they have come back in this one. 15 hits against the Dodgers today. Pitch. Swung on, ground ball wide to third, foul. Well, you never have a game in the bag, really, when you're in the 6th or 7th inning. But it looked like the Dodgers were on the right path, had the right script for today. But the bullpen has fallen apart. And a 2-1 pitch to Ramirez. And he takes up high. The 15 hits allowed. 5 hits by Trevino, 3 for Scott, and now 1 big one from Vesia. But the 15 hits total allowed, that's a season high in a game for Cleveland. And Ramirez takes a strike. Count goes full, 3-2. Dodgers got a fairly good start out of Clayton Kershaw today. Good enough today. 5 innings, 1 earned run allowed. And that has been spoiled. Payoff pitch to Ramirez. Here it comes. And he swings and strikes out. So Vesia strikes him out. 2 away now. First strikeout for Vesia. Angel Martinez in the bottom of the 8th, a 3-run homer. 5 runs here in the 8th inning. Trevino gave up 1 in the 7th. So the bullpen responsible for 5 earned runs in this ballgame. 6 rather. 6 of the 7th. A strike is called to Santana. 1 ball, 1 strike. That's what happens when you try to add too fast. Tell yourself add 1.
What happens when the other team scores too fast?
Now 1 ball and 1 strike. Pitch to Santana. It's up high. Where was that rain a while ago? Could have used it. Once the game became official, Dodgers were ahead at that point. 2-1. And a swing and a miss. And the Dodgers are leading after 7 innings this year. Their record is 28-2. Very, very good. But now they're looking at adding one on the wrong side of that ledger. Unless they can come up with a big 9th inning. Pages, Edman, and Hernandez will be the scheduled hitters. Kike Hernandez. 2-2 pitch to Santana. He takes one that looked like it was a strike and called a ball. 3-2. That ball caught plenty of plate on the inside part. And Mike Estabrook says, nope, that's a ball. Here's a 3-2 pitch from Vesia. Swing and a miss. He got him chasing a high fastball. So Vesia strikes out 2, but surrenders the 3-run homer to Angel Martinez. And now Emmanuel Clase will come out to try to close it out as it does begin to rain here in Cleveland. We go to the
device.
LA Dodgers baseball continues on.
As the Guardians flip the script on the Dodgers in the 8th inning. 7-4. Cleveland with the lead. They look to salvage a game out of this 3-game series. There's Andy Pages to lead things off. Class A, 10 out of 12 in save opportunities. This is his 24th appearance overall. His record, 4-0. ERA, a little higher than they're accustomed to seeing out of him, 4.5. And opponents hitting .315 against him this season. And he throws gas. And the right-hander waiting to throw to Andy Pages to start the top of the 9th inning. See if the Dodgers have any late lightning left in the bats. And a pitch from Class A. Pages swings at a ball down at his shoes.
You got the swing at strikes. It's kind of crazy, but Class A, it's given up a .315 batting average.
Yeah, they've been hitting him.
Yep.
Now the 0-1 pitch from Class A. And Pages swings, foul, tips it into the glove of Hedges. That is strike 2 on Andy Pages. A leadoff hitter in an inning like this sets the tone, and Andy down 0-2. So Class A ready to throw. The right-hander kicks, fires, and a swing and a ground ball hit to short. Arias behind it, throws on to first for the out, 1 gone. Top of the 9th, sponsored by Cars for Kids. Ready to donate your old car? Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS now. Friendly agents are standing by to take your donation. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today. Tommy Edman coming up. He's going to bat from the right side against the right-hander. And this might be something due to the velocity. He might feel more comfortable on the right side.
And right-handers are hitting .327 against Class A this year.
That could have something to do with it, too. Edman is 0 for 3 with a pair of punch-outs today. 1-0 pitch coming to him. And he swings and fouls it back for strike 1. One and one to Tommy Edman. Kike Hernandez out on deck. Here's a 1-1 pitch. Swung on, popped up, shallow right. So John Kenzie Noel under it. He makes the catch. And the Dodgers down to their last out today. In a game that they felt was in hand, but it got away in the 8th inning. Tanner Scott is on the hook. Last hope for the Dodgers is Kike Hernandez. If he can get on and Muncy can reach, Ohtani would come up. And a strike call to Kike. Nothing in 1 to Kike Hernandez. 1 for 3 with a double and a run scored. 0-1 pitch way up and in. Kike bails out. I'm sure he heard that one going by. As the seams of the baseball cut through the air. Thick air here today. 1 ball, 1 strike pitch from Class A. And Kike waves and misses, and now the Dodgers down to their final strike. Better than 23,000 on their feet right now at Progressive Field. Guardians closer. Emmanuel Clase set to go. Glove up by the chest. Now the 1-2. A swing and a miss. Strike 3. And the ball game is over. As Clase comes in, sets the Dodgers down 1-2-3. And they come back for the 14th time this year. The Guardians now 30-25, while the Dodgers drop to 34-22. We'll come back with the totals in a moment.
This is AM 570 LA Sports.
Well, the Dodgers are champions, and so is Galpin Ford. How about my man Mike Schwartz, general manager, joined by Paul Olbrich, the general sales manager. Ask for Mike or Paul. Shop and buy from home. You're going to browse from over 2,400 cars, trucks.
We wanted to introduce something new.